Smart24, driving business.
We'll be back from a short commercial break. It's Smart24 TV driving business, and we are still on the lounge. Before we moved out, we were talking about the education sector in regards to science. But before we get into that discussion once more, I would want to introduce the candid gentleman in the set with us.
Thank you so much. Good morning to everyone. My name is Hussein Ibra, a youth leader and a student at MOOC in my third year.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice meeting you.
You're most welcome to our show, Ibra. And we're really excited to have him on our show. He has been into this system since he has he's a leader. He has engaged with very many youths in terms of innovation.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us on this show, Ibra. Would you mind sharing some programs that at MOOC that the youth can involve themselves in, those who don't know about them, or the ones people have been involving themselves in?
Before you get into the youth program, we're still discussing education in regards to the National Science Week. Sorry to cut you short. What do you think about the education sector in regards to science? Because you realize that we sit in class and theoretically take in the biology, chemistry, physics, and math, and realize that it's not helping in this fast developing world. Because, of course, when you innovate anything, you have to get money out of it. What do you have to say?
Thank you so much. With the science department and the science sector, it needs a lot of time, first and foremost, and it needs a lot of research and a lot of teamwork. If you to look at, for example, you're talking about biology and physics, here in Uganda, our education sector, the way we are moving, and if you compare it with international countries, there is much of learning instead of taking it practically.
So, as a youth leader, we hope you're innovating, you're emphasizing young people to engage into making it practical. You've heard of the PDM room?
Yes.
Yes, tell us more about it.
It's about the parish development model. It's an initiative of the government. I remember on the International Youth Celebrations, His Excellency President Museveni talked about it, and he informed us that every parish money we are going to be getting, youth, the young people have 30%. That is to say, if the parish is getting 100 millions, 30 millions there for the youth. Yes. I think I would encourage the youth to go and create up groups and meet the chief leaders of the parish, and they be engaged in this manner. They use it for the year.
So in getting this money is for them to use, and they're supposed to take it back. They have to just do something about it. Exactly,
they just have to do something about it, and I would encourage them to get engaged into agriculture.
Something I want to clarify, Ibra. Once these guys get this money, are they supposed to take back the money after using it, or it's given by the government for them to invest in certain businesses and gain something for themselves?
Yes, it's given by the government for them to start up. It's a capital for them to start up, but to encourage them to work more, it's if they return back the money, it's not, they don't have to put on interest, but to help other youths, for example, another branch to get on that money they have used.
But there is no interest.
There are no interest.
Oh, okay. What is the difference between the parish development model and the MIOGA?
MIOGA, it was a different thing with the parish development model. Parish development model is on the parish level. If you look at parish, there is village and parish. You may find that a parish has 9 youth leaders and some other villages. For example, I would give you my parish. It's Warukba West Parish. We have 8 villages. And in Warukba West, you may find that we have more than 1,000 youths.
Yeah. So this money is still for them. For example, I get the money as a young person.
Yes.
I go, I open up I buy double chicks I go and start doing my poetry.
Yes.
The government just has to come back and check on my program.
Exactly. They monitor, but you have to create a group. Yes, you have to be in a group.
Is there a time limit?
When you have the money.
Yeah, when you get this money, do they tell you like maybe return the money in maybe 2 months time?
No returning the money.
It depends on the project you're going to carry out.
What is the maximum number of
People in the group.
people in the group?
Yes, people in the group. You can be even 30. Yes. As long as you organize, you can even be 10.
As long as they organize, you've shown them the program you're going to have.
Yes.
There is put for you the money.
Yes.
So it's a call for the youth out there to just engage in everything.
Yes.
We talk about agriculture. Besides agriculture, which other sector should the youth really involve themselves in?
Why I'm talking about agriculture. In agriculture, we have different sectors. There is trade, there is value addition. Value addition is when you get your maize seeds and you make it maize flour.
Yeah.
You bring in town and you sell your portion. And when you talk about trade, it's buying and selling. Yeah, and transportation. Yeah.
Okay, so now you realize sometimes the people out there in the villages, the only problem they have is maybe the bad education system.
Yes.
You as a youth, what challenges have you faced whenever you get this money for the people, or whenever you get this program to get to the young people? What problems do you face when you're engaging with people having bad education systems and it's hard to catch up with them? What problems have you mainly faced?
Yes. Mainly, it's about information and people being informed. Other people have their own interests. They have personal interests in these programs. They get the money and they go and use the money for their own benefits. And they don't put it into practice. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask,
Yes.
if someone runs with the money, what are the repercussions? Because we want people to take these things serious. We don't want people playing,
Yes.
because this is taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
So, at least you have been watching several news. The police talking about how they have been arresting people who have misused the money, the LDCs, the CDOs. You get? Yes, I think this time around it's very serious and people are taking it serious.
Yes.
It's about us, the youth, to encourage ourselves and we focus on the target of earning and getting profits and starting up new business.
How best would you encourage someone out there, someone very lazy, to think about business or even involve themselves in business, but they're just there, their life is just chill? How would you encourage this person? Entice as a leader, how would you encourage this person?
How I would encourage them is just stop looking out successful people. I think if you look at successful people, for example, Nade Banabeta, if you look at him and you be like, he's my role model, you get that energy to work. Yes.
So these people should have people to look up to.
Yes.
Wow.
And should think about their current life and share their lives in some good years to come. They just have to be ambitious.
Back to what Bronya was asking earlier on, she asked you as a MOOC student, what are those things that what are those events or what are those involvements in campus that are to empower young people financially?
Financially. Okay. At MOOC, there's what we call Innovation Week. I remember in my manifesto, I had brought it out, Innovation Week, to encourage people from different departments. You may find a person from the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences, a person from BIFA. They do nice art pieces, but they don't have that market. They don't have where they can get the market from, where they can get people to buy their stuff. But if you are to bring that exhibition week or innovation week, they bring their products, and the university takes the government of calling alumni to come and look at them and buy from them.
Yeah, I think relates to the National Science Week kind of, the Innovation Week at MOOC, which is a platform really to help the students, engage, learn new things. But realize I've been to one of the both events.
Yes.
The problem people are having these days is the capital.
Yes.
Realize some have the idea, they have everything, but they don't have the exact money to move them out. So this is really going to affect them in terms of pushing their business move forward.
Yeah.
Some of them not very suitable to get their bank loans. So which other ways as a leader, as a student, are you expecting these guys to get money? For example, someone that can't apply for the loan, can't get the capital from the parish thing.
Yes.
How else can they get the capital to run the idea and the innovation?
Yes, I think, for instance, there's something which is taking place for the centenary loans to the youths.
Yeah.
It needs no security, no interest, but it's just getting a person who is known. For example, you can get your Usaini by the youth council to just then recommend you, and they give you the money, and you go and work and about.
So whether
No conditions apply. Like IDs.
Yes, you need a national ID.
So guys, get a national ID.
But why shouldn't the government simplify getting a national ID? A student ID can be faked.
Yeah, by that. Even national IDs by the can be.
Okay, but I don't know how easy should it.
I think they should just make it compulsory. They should just make it compulsory.
Very many things in terms of getting money.
Yeah.
Talking about that, I would want to, because when we attended the kids, the Kampala Impact Day launch, day, on 30th November, I realized that the theme was related to capital and how it can easily be gotten.
Yeah.
But then you realize that even when we are still talking about capital, you realize they are talking about people who are kind of already established. For example, Safe Border. For example, those small entities. Then my question is, you people, the angel investors, the parish, whatever initiatives that are coming in place to make sure that people get capital. Omuntu wa wansi, we are talking about an average Ugandan who hasn't had education, actually who is living hand to mouth. How are you going to pull out those people? Because I think the goal is to make sure that as Uganda we're able to join middle income status.
Yes.
Omuntu wa wansi ono tumukoledde, what are we going to do for them?
I think for Omuntu wa wansi, it just needs a lot of sensitization to go and we inform them. We inform them what is taking place. We as the leaders. Yeah.
And back to the thing of the coming centenary loan thing, the loan scheme. So in case I have my Katsumi is the leader in our village,
Yes.
I go with her, but then realize this leadership changes.
Yes.
In case with the time I'm with the chairman I've come along, the chairperson I've come along with, and haven't paid back the loan, and she's leaving power, there's still no problem with that.
Yes. It's just about going back and you report.
Like the person is no longer a leader.
Yes, but you will be a leader for that, especially, for example, I'm going to be a leader for 2021, 2026. I will always be the Mayor's Councillor for Jinja Southern Division, 2021, 2026. Yeah,
It's only about a person, maybe your parent also can apply.
Yeah, as long as he's known and is responsible. For example, he's a director at a certain school. Yeah.
So it's only applying. Still, it's kind of not going to the people who are not well off. It's only for people, for example, have a parent who is known, a teacher parent, a HM parent.
Your MP, your council, your mayor.
And then some youths who can't access this, how are they going to be getting this?
I know.
Yes, that's what
they don't even have social media, they don't even have phones.
Do these guys go in deep down in those villages?
Yes.
Then I think they can have access. Maybe they can first create awareness.
Yes.
Okay. As a way to inspire young people, I want you to give us one example of a person who has achieved something from the parish development model or from the EMIOGA. One person you know.
Or from any other project, maybe not but any project you do.
Any project to government, no government.
Yamuyamba in our business. Yes, I have my friend in Jinja. Yes, he started his portrait thing and he achieved because of EMIOGA, by the way, because of EMIOGA. He's rearing some goods because of EMIOGA.
Okay, what's his name?
Son.
Okay, I'm proud of you. To me, Deb, I hope you're watching.
Yeah.
Being a leader in Jinja City,
Yeah.
how do the youth in Jinja City involve themselves into business innovations and all that? How is Jinja City basically when it comes in terms of business for the youth? Yeah.
For the youth.
Yeah.
Jinja City is a city with different corners. We have garages, we have because it's a city and we don't have that land of farming and what, but at least a lot of youths are in chicken rearing and what, yes.
That is the main thing in for your village now, the village, the constituency you have in as a councillor.
Yes.
What have you done for people?
Yeah.
Yes, at least I've tried to talk to my youth and to encourage them to get involved into the projects and government programs. Yes, from different levels. We have 55 villages in my division, and we have leaders from every village, 99 leaders from every village, and I think it's a very good talk of mobilization to the youth. Yes.
So you control all the you control all the 55 villages.
I know. Do you like have meetings?
Yes, we always have meetings. We have a WhatsApp group.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, me, I would want to ask, okay, I would want to channel this conversation in a way to you see, I think that things we do basically come from what we consume.
Yeah.
You know? Starting from what we watch. Starting from being a Netflix holder. How, because of course what you take in is what you produce. How best do you think young people will be able to become financial minded in regards to what they consume, for example, from TV, social media, and the rest?
Yes. First part of the question.
My question is, how do you think a young person should how should they channel their minds to financial thinking in regards to what they consume, from social media to TV to radio?
How do they manage their money?
How best are they going to change? How best can they channel their minds in regards to whatever is around them? For example,
Where should they invest in?
like time.
Yeah. What things should they really focus on? As you know, as they're
To ensure that they're financial minded.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I told you. It's about having a goal. Yeah, there are a lot of things which take place in online businesses. If you look at the trends, it's about us with the youth to think financially. You just have to put your mind to focus, to be like, 2023 is coming. What is my goal? Where am I going to be? How am I going to earn? However, you are at school, you're studying, but you can start small businesses. I have friends who have started up small businesses, for example, selling clothes. But they don't have boutiques, but they just use their WhatsApp platforms, their Facebook, and they post nice t-shirts. They go and buy and sell, but they don't have shops. But it's just an online business.
Speaking of online businesses, saving culture is really important when it comes to business, and the youth find it so difficult sometimes to kwelekeleza, and you save a certain amount of money. How would you encourage the young people out there to save and maybe get the saving culture into themselves?
Yes. Saving, it's a bit. For example, what are you earning to save? You get.
Okay.
You may be a student when you don't have any resource you're getting from.
It happens.
Yeah.
So what are you going to save? But if you have some small businesses or anyway you're getting some income, you can save. Yeah.
So that means someone can't save what they are not earning.
Yeah, you can't save what are you saving.
In your own opinion, Mr. Ibra, what are those things that young people should leave behind in 2022 and they shouldn't practice in 2023?
Before we dive into that whole conversation, let's go in for a very short break, and we shall come back with our guest explaining more about that.